In the words of Leonardo da Vinci, as I continued to develop my artistic skills, I could never separate what was scientific from what was artistic. Every scientific discovery was a new way for me to understand the world on a deeper level, and art was how I expressed that understanding. Both had roles in my life, constantly intertwined, as if they were two sides of the same masterpiece.
Don't miss out. Subscribe now and be one of the first to join Hear and Reflect. Unforgettable stories await you.
I always searched for scientific truths that could open new horizons in painting, and at the same time, I used my knowledge of art to represent these discoveries in ways no one had done before. One of my greatest interests was the study of human anatomy. I sought to understand how the human body works from within, how muscles move, how bones and nerves function, and how the body interacts with its environment. I conducted dissections of human corpses and studied the intricate details of the body's structure. These studies were often considered forbidden, placing me in conflict with the church and society of the time. Yet I was determined to uncover how the human body worked from the inside out. I documented my observations in hundreds of detailed drawings that were published only after my death. These drawings were not mere sketches, but profound scientific revelations about human anatomy. I learned how muscles interact with bones, how the heart and lungs operate, and how blood flows through vessels. This knowledge not only improved my paintings, but also helped me realize how the human body is a complex, magnificent machine filled with secrets waiting to be discovered. But anatomy was not my only fascination. I was also captivated by flight. I observed birds and dreamed of soaring through the skies as they did. At a time when no human had thought of flying, I conceptualized designs for flying machines. I studied the wings of birds and sought to understand how they lifted their heavy bodies into the air. My observations made me believe that one day humans could fly if they learned to imitate nature. Amidst all these studies in anatomy and flight, I continued to apply the same principles in art. I used everything I learned about motion, light, and shadow to make my paintings more realistic and to portray human nature truthfully on the canvas. But it wasn't just about the human body, it was about everything around me. I saw motion in everything, in the wind rustling the trees, in the flow of water, in the way light reflects off surfaces. Everything piqued my curiosity, and each discovery opened new doors for understanding the world. I always believed that art must transcend mere surface representation and embody a profound understanding of the world. Art, to me, was not just ornamental, but a way of understanding life itself. I studied nature in all its details, from the formation of mountains and rivers to the smallest insects. I learned how things come to be and how they work, and I translated all that into paintings that represented the true essence of the world. While working on my paintings, I had a passion for documenting every idea that crossed my mind. I wrote notes and drew sketches to illustrate my thoughts. My ideas flowed so quickly, as if I lived in a parallel world filled with endless questions. I did not want to be just an artist. I aspired to be a thinker, a scientist, and an inventor. I designed numerous machines ranging from war weapons like tanks and primitive aircraft to machines that could be used for peace like architectural tools. My ideas in those days were astonishing, but unfortunately, the technology of the time was not advanced enough to bring them to life. More than anything, I had an unyielding passion for truly understanding nature. This was the driving force throughout my life. The challenges I faced in my artistic work taught me patience and the pursuit of perfection, the same drive that pushed me to explore science. There was never a moment when I saw myself separate from art or science. Both were part of my identity. Every scientific discovery made me see art in a new light, and every painting inspired me to explore more in the field of science. In the end, it was these notes and drawings that made me known, not just as an artist, but also as a thinker. My art was not merely a means to make a living. It was a reflection of ideas and opinions that continue to inspire future generations. Every idea I wrote and every sketch I drew was a piece of my endless passion.